Hey guys, and welcome back to, well, you guys have never seen me play Skywars, but, basically, E-Boy plays Skywars whilst explaining how Hitler rose to power. Right, so it all happened after, like, World War II, right? I'm guessing you guys all know that. Apparently, I'm forgetting what my keybinds are. I just played Valorant, so. Anyway, basically, World War I happens. Hitler's, like, big madman, you know? Because, you know, they lost. So he's like, fuck. So he joins the secret police thing. And he's like, fuck it. He's sent to investigate this party. Where he meets Ernst Rom. I believe he meets Ernst Rom there. I don't know. It was in Rise of Evil, so. That was a really quick match, apparently. Basically, he's spying on vehicles. He's spying on the NSDAP, who the government believes are just, you know, some guys who want to drink. But he still wants them to be investigated, so it was like, sure, why not? And that's where he makes his first big speech of the NSDAP. And he's like, alright, fucking, what are you guys, socialists? And they're like, yeah, we are socialists. No, nationalists, socialists. Oh, he's like, oh yeah, sorry, forgot. But he's like a nationalist, so I don't think he actually went like, oh, you guys socialists or something? Bro. Anyway, so basically, yeah, that all goes down. And he goes back another night as a guest speaker. And you know how many people he rallies up? He rallies up the whole vehicle. You know, Hitler, great speechmaker. Terrible person, great speechmaker. He spoke for hours. And basically he was like, fucking, you know... I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, he's like... Oh, wait. Okay. It's like, fuck all of you. Your nans are all gay. Basically, a rich guy and a Jew. Wait, a rich guy and a Jewish person. Like, friends from childhood. They go to one of his speeches where he's like, fuck the Jews. And, you know, the Jewish person, he's just like, owner of this big place, big entertainment center, where they make fun of politics and stuff. He's like, oh, fuck this. And then, you know, the rich guy, he's like, I could make something out of this guy. And he does. He quite literally just, like, fucking makes something out of this guy. Gets him to draw a logo. And that's how the swastika came into place. Apparently. So Hitler's like, fuck it, I'm taking over this fucking country. Fuck all of you guys. And so, you know, he does that. Oh shit, that was a good snipe as well. Oh crap, it's an eagle. Anyway, basically, it's like, oh yeah, fuck all of you guys. Fuck the Weimar Republic. I'm starting my own party. And so he quite literally just does that. Creates his own party. Now this is all after World War I, right? So, you know, he's still pretty pissed about losing World War I. And so basically, he's like, fuck this. I said that already, didn't I? Anyway, but yeah, he was like that. And so he's like, he gets his own private army, everything. Kill me now. Anyway, so basically, that's all happening. Meanwhile, he's like, oh shit, I need a private army. that's where he goes to Ernst Röhm. He's a twat apparently. He was off in twat. Yeah, but he's like, listen, my men just want work. And so he provides them with work, and that's how the SA came into place. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's this game, bro. Kill me now. What? Am I rubber banding? Fuck it. Fuck. This game! Kill me now. Anyway, basically, Ernst Röhm's like, oh yeah, listen, my men just want work. The fuck? I don't even know how that happened. What the fuck? No, I'm just gonna ignore that. Anyways, basically, he's all like that. And he's all pissed. And so, this man, he also, the man was like, you need a recognizable look. The rich guy. You need a recognizable look. And so, this man, Hitler, he decides to go with a toothbrush mustache. Possibly the ugliest mustache ever. Other than pedo ones, of course. Anyway. So Hitler does that. Blah blah blah. He's beating up communists in the street. And the Weimar Republic comes up to him like, hey, you can't do that. I could be all wrong here. Bro, I haven't covered this subject in a while. I wrote like paragraphs about it in my book at school. What the fuck? You guys. Anyway. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? He's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, blah, roddy raw. He's a real pissed. He's like, if only you let my party have a seat in your government. That's how he sounded in the film, by the way. And basically, he's like, oh yeah. Listen, if anyone corrects me about this in the comments, I don't care. And basically, he looks for a stronger leader than Goebbels. Not Goebbels. Goebbels comes in later. Goebbels is an interesting story. And I forgot his name, but I think it's like Himmler. He's also an interesting story. Oh. Kill me now. Anyway, basically he's all like that. And you know what he does? He's like, he finds this guy. I forgot his name. But he's a very respected military general. And, you know, Hitler's like, right, we need him to lead us. We need him to lead the SA. Basically, they decide to do the Munich Putsch. I believe it's called. Or the Beer Hall Putsch. And they decide to storm a beer hall. And, you know, like, threaten the leaders of moderate parties. Because they were all meeting there and stuff. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. That's probably not a good idea. Anyway, and he's like, so he goes and does that, and this new leader they've got, fucking, it's like, the Weimar leaders are like, oh, we want to go see our wives, sir. And you know, this man actually believes him, and so he lets them, which is really f***ing dumb of him. And he's like, well, sir, they wanted to meet the bear. I'm very loud during that, didn't I? Anyway, basically, he's all like, yeah, blah, 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 fucking in twats. And he realized that was a bad idea, he should have stuck with Rom. I can kill this guy. Never mind. Oh, fuck you. What do you mean? Anyway, he's doing all that stuff. He's doing all that jazz. And when they're going to storm Berlin, the Munich police, like, show up and they're like, no. And Hitler gets a... No, Hitler flees the battle. They are massively outnumbered, the Nazis are. He flees the battle, and he goes to a rich guy's house. And his wife's. And he's like, oh, fucking pull the tree, fucking... I don't even remember what he was saying. But basically, he was tripping balls, bro. Tripping balls. Oh, here. Fucking god, I hear a hacker. Anyway. He's doing all that stuff. So that's a bad judgment. He's doing all that stuff and he's like, and so he hides in their closet for a couple of days, and then he gets arrested, and he's on trial. He was supposed to be, you know, put on trial, heresy and all that. He's quite literally just committing heresy and trying to commit a coup. But he makes such a fucking powerful speech at the trial. They're like, nah, we won't put this guy in prison. We won't kill this guy. We'll just put him in prison for a couple of months. They find that guy who, you know, is like, well, yeah, I let them go see their wives. They find him not guilty, but Hitler, they find him guilty, but they put him in prison due to just his speech. Don't third party. Fucking find this guy's mother. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Hitler's like depresso espresso before the trial. Rich guy's wife brings him some food because he won't fucking eat. Pretty sure he's got the hots for her. Anyway, and he's like, rah, rah, rah. Then he decides to write his famous book. I'm sure by now. I'm sure everyone knows the name, Mein Kampf. I don't know why I announced it like it's a WWE superstar. It's a book about them, how much he wants to kill the Jews. I really thought that would work. Anyway, you know, like, he's saying the words and his assistant's writing them down. This man, he was living a life of luxury whilst in prison. Okay, yeah, I'm good at that. How good this guy was. Easy dogs. What the? Anyway, Hitler's writing his book. He's literally making speeches in the courtyard of everything. And basically he gets let out. You know, he lives with his cabin with his niece, who he was overly creepy with. Like, really fucking creepy. Really creepy. She killed herself on her 18th birthday, you know. And basically, NSDAP restart, baby! Oh yeah, he also threw out the leaders before the putsch. There was a lot that led to the Munich putsch that I could probably go into in this video. But, you know, I'm trying to keep this video as brief brief as possible, because I have a life other than Sky Wars, as you can quite clearly see. I'm a history student. That worked. Cool. Anyway, yeah, Hitler's all like that. This video is stretched on to 15 minutes. I have to make a thumbnail and everything. Anyway, basically, he's going on about that stuff. It's tiring everyone. Oh, and like, I just want to go home, man. Anyway, he makes big speech of beer put, and then they find the money to get an HQ. And they have a big house in Berlin he has, where he puts his niece, because, you know, creepy uncle stuff. He's like, oh yeah, you can't go out unless you're accompanied by me or armed guards. Or me. Oh, did I say that? Yeah. Basically, he's all like that. That's not fair. Anyway. And he's like, and that's how, yeah, so he puts his little niece in like a room for hours. She's not allowed to leave her room, by the way. Not allowed to leave the house, not allowed to leave her room. Actually, that's an over-exaggeration. I believe she was allowed to leave her room. Then again, we like briefly touched on the subject once we were doing it in my history class. The what is not actually, bro. Anyway, and that's when this big conference fucking happened with all the so basically they have different speakers stationed in different places. And all these different speakers, they are all in like, I'm gonna regret playing this. Solar Bed Wars. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna regret playing this. Anyway, and they're all like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And then Hitler, the Bamberg Conference, that's what it's called. And basically, Hitler calls the Bamberg Conference. Do you know what the Bamberg Conference was, kiddies? That's Hitler telling all the other fucking Nazi, whatever they're called, Nazi people to go fuck themselves. We are fucking nationalists, we're not socialists. And that's where Goebbels comes into play. Groveling fucking pussy. And you might be like, oh, it's not bad, he's genuinely a pussy. And basically, he's like the Bamberg Conference. Hitler makes a 6-hour speech. How anyone could sit through a Hitler speech, I don't know. I think my back would break if I was sitting in a Hitler speech. What the? Yellow is cracked. Anyway, basically, yeah, he's just groveling, and he gets put in charge of, I believe, the Gestapo. But that's after the Night of Long Knives, I believe it was called. Anyway. Yeah, he was being a groveling twat. Bro, bitch is hacking! Anyway. Oh, you fucking dead. Anyway. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw her. Okay. Anyway. What's the new game? Anyway, yeah, basically, I'll just do the parkour. It's not that much. I'm gonna brief over it because this video is already 22 minutes long, which is longer than most videos I make, as you guys can tell. Anyway, he's like, Himmler. That's where Himmler comes in, I believe. Himmler calls fucking Goebbels a pussy. Anyway, so basically, they get big seats in Reichstag. Big seats. Anyway, and basically, big seats in Reichstag equals money. Oh no, equals votes. So you'd think that Hitler would be the chancellor, as the chancellor is the person with the most votes. No. Von Papen. No, it's not von Papen. I believe it's von Papen. Basically, as far as I can remember, it goes von Papen to von Schleicher, and then big man Hindenburg goes like no, it was von Papen. He's like, oh yeah, we can wrap it around our fingers. Anyway, they couldn't, as you could tell by the thousands of Jewish people who died. Anyway, basically, the Reichstag burns down. They blame it on the communists. Communists get arrested. What happens next? I can't remember. It's something else. I believe it was the whole, like, the transfer of power to all of Hitler's cabinet inside the Reichstag, meaning that literally no other parties had any power in the Reichstag. So he's erased all other parties, and basically he's like, fuck all of you. He takes out SA leaders and he introduces the SS, the stormtroopers, and the Gestapo gets introduced, and that's Goebbels' job. He's leader of propaganda and the Gestapo. Then Hindenburg dies, and Hitler becomes, big man Führer. And it's all because Germany lost World War. You could try blame it. Oh wait. Goebbels. No, not Goebbels. I forgot his name. Rom. Right. It's conflicting stories about this. It depends on what source you look at, really. But if you look at certain sources, they say that Rom was actually planning to, like, overthrow Hitler, and that's why the essay was, you know, taken away. But you know, I don't think many people believe that. And then if you look at others, it's like there was no imminent threat from Rom, but they still took out essay leaders and stuff. That's something I did want to cover in the video whilst I was going over it in my head. Thank you guys for watching. It's gonna be an interesting video on the algorithm. If it blows up, I'm gonna be not surprised. No, I am gonna be surprised because the last video that blew up was a Fortnite clip. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, and love you.